to the dark side.
May the Force be with you.
It's a very bad feeling about this.
We would be honored if you would join us.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it? Julian, we're home.
Force will be with you.
Han shot first. So this is the Force Talk podcast. We talk everything Star Wars, from the movies to the TV shows to speculation about Force Awakens. My name is Trey Mitchell. You guys can find me on Twitter. And I'm here with my two co-hosts today. You guys introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Tanner.
Hey, it's Josh. You guys could follow me on Twitter at Joshua7520.
All right, then. So, just to start things off, there was, on Thanksgiving, a new Star Wars The Force Awakens TV spot came out, and I'm just going to play the audio, and then we can talk about it a little bit.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Yes. Even you have never faced such a test. And it's time. All teams, give it everything you got! You don't know what I've seen. We all need to run.
You must face them. Fight them.
One sec. Okay, so what did you guys think of that TV spot?
Loved it. Thought it was awesome. Might be my favorite of a lot of, like, up there was with my favorite trailers.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's a minute long, so it's definitely more than just like a little glimpse at The Force Awakens. It's almost like a half trailer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like I've been staying away from the TV spots, but you said it didn't spoil like really anything, so I
No.
watched it and it's really good because when the first trailer came out, everyone was like, "Who's Andy Serkis?" Or at that time, it was "Who's Andy Serkis?"
I thought it was
talking
Benedict
to?
Cumberbatch saying the line.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
thought it was
remember
Benedict Cumberbatch too.
I was like, they're playing with us, saying he's not in the movie. All right, J.J. Abrams, this is the second time you're saying Benedict Cumberbatch is not playing someone who he really is.
He's conned
Yeah,
again.
We've been conned again.
Yep.
So this dark side, I come calling it the dark side of Force Awakens. And we hear Plagueis, damn it, sorry. We hear Supreme Leader Snoke say, "There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?" And it's a little bit of a variation from the first time we heard him say that in that teaser trailer that came out a year ago today. Special Force Talk podcast coming out a year.
Was it really a year ago?
Hey, speaking of that, let's talk about that after this for a while. You guys all right with that? That first teaser? You guys want to talk about that?
That was a year ago?
A year ago today.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh my god.
So after this, I'm gonna play that, and then we can talk about
That's
that
awesome.
and have some nostalgia. But we're still talking about this one. What were your guys' highlights for this TV spot? Josh, I'll let you start.
Oh, I think the best thing is Snoke talking to Kylo Ren, because like I was saying, the first teaser that came out a year ago, everyone was like, who's he talking to? Who's he talking to? Now we it's like official he's talking to Kylo Ren, unless he's like repeating this like a few times. I think my guess was Lupita Nyong'o he was talking to, because I thought Lupita would be a villain, not a hero or good guy. But yeah, I loved it. That was a highlight for me. That for sure. Just hearing them talk. Wow.
Yeah, and just one thing. I want to kind of change this. Hey, let's talk about Poe at the end of the show, because I got some stuff I want to talk about with Poe.
Sure.
So yeah, Tanner, how about you? Well, what was your favorite
love
part
that
of it?
shot with the First Order and the sky's like red.
Oh yeah, I think.
Oh yeah.
I think
That-
what this is like, we saw that shot with like Kylo Ren up on something in space, and there was like a red like laser. I think that in this shot are the same, like, are happening at the same time, just from different places.
Yeah.
Like them destroying a planet or
Yeah,
something like
like
that.
imagine if there was a planet next to Alderaan, that side got
Yeah.
blown up. Like I think that's kind of the equivalent of this. But Vader is still Kylo Ren, like up in the Star Destroyer. But then like Hux is like, say Tatooine was right next to Alderaan, then they could like see it being blown up. So that's
And-
really
Yeah.
cool.
The shot with Poe flying in the X-wing, that whole sequence just looks so like gritty, like like actual war. It looks so cool.
Yeah, I mean, like the difference from Star Wars and like Star Trek is Star Wars feels like it's such a lived-in world. Everything that we've seen, except for some prequel stuff, because that was kind of wishy-washy or goopity goppity, as George Lucas would call it. It didn't really look really like a lived-in world like Naboo. Just didn't seem very lived-in. But that being said, I mean, it was kind of a different whole section. But yeah, Star Wars really does feel lived-in. I mean, we see just from like Poe's X-wing, that thing has been flown a lot in battle before. Daisy Ridley's outfit has been worn a lot. I got a question for you guys. Over or under 70%, Daisy Ridley changes outfits during the movie.
I'm
Under.
gonna say under.
I don't understand why she wouldn't change outfits though. Like she's basically
it's so hard
not
to,
wearing
because
anything.
like I don't know if this takes place in like one day.
Yeah, I know.
I think
Good.
this takes place in a week, maybe.
Because if this, like the first Star Wars, took place in a day, so there was really no need for them to change.
Did it really take
Does it
place
take
in
place
one
in a
day?
day?
The first one,
Does it?
Doesn't it take place in a day?
I don't know.
I kind of assumed
Yeah.
it was like 2-3 days,
Yeah.
maybe.
I don't know, but I mean, if you look
Yeah,
at it,
because
she's
there's
basically wearing
it's
toilet paper.
like 2 days, because there's like, because Luke goes to sleep and then like R2's gone, but it's all in a short period of time.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
I
I was just thinking, like, I mean, if Rey's such a pivotal part of the Force Awakens, why not give her another outfit that isn't just rags?
I don't think
Yeah.
any of them are really gonna change.
No, but I'm saying, like, Rey's not even wearing anything. Like, this isn't even an outfit.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just something that was kind of getting to me. Like, why wouldn't she change? I don't know. I'm feeling like she might, just because they're only showing us one outfit for her. But that's just me. I mean, Chewbacca never changed outfits. That guy's been naked for 35 years.
Yeah.
But moving on from our next topic. So yeah, I really liked that TV spot. I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought the part where Supreme Leader Snoke is talking to Kylo Ren, it is like, I think they re-recorded that from the teaser trailer that came out last year, just because I think what I kind of wanted from The Force Awakens, at least from the marketing, is I kind of want them to put out some stuff that's not going to make it in the movie, so that like we can see more of it, but it's not really spoiled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like
I
I'm
get
kind of
that.
hoping some shots, like I saw in the behind the scenes Disney Channel UK thing, like there was like a variation of the Chewie we're home shot, but it looked stupid, but it was like still in the thing, so I don't know, that was kind of cool.
yeah.
That's interesting.
But yeah, so now let's go back. Like I said, a year ago today, the very first Star Wars Force Awakens teaser trailer came out. Let's go back and watch that, and then we'll talk about it.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Whoa. That seems like it's came out a long time ago in a galaxy not so far away.
Man, it still gives me chills.
I remember I remember seeing that, like seeing it for the first time. It's like, I can't believe that came out a year ago. It's crazy that we're this close. 3 weeks. I can't wait.
Yeah. So let's talk about where we were when we first saw it. Tanner, you can go first.
It was the day after Thanksgiving last year. And I remember I woke up and I was at my cousin's house, and me and my brother stayed over there. We were about to leave to go home, and I was on a computer, and I was on Twitter, and I saw that one of my followers was like freaking out over the trailer, and so I went to YouTube and kept waiting for them to find it on YouTube, and then watched it and just freaked out. Watched it about 30 times that day.
Yeah. How about you, Josh?
Me too. My first thing with me when that trailer first came out is, remember how they kind of put out like a few days before, they're like, the trailer's going to premiere at this like a certain amount of theaters?
Yeah, there was actually
that?
one right by me, but I was actually in Texas during the time, so I didn't.
Oh, that sucks.
I love Texas.
No, but that sucks. It was like right by you.
Better.
Yeah.
Like, for me, there was one theater like 30 minutes away from me, so me and my friends were gonna go over and go see it there for the first time, but none of us could wait, so we just watched it. Like, when we saw it released, we all watched it on the computer, but I watched it by myself. I put it on the big screen, my giant screen in my house. I put it on there, and I like teared up watching it. I loved it so much, and then I went to the theater and still watched it again. Oh my god, it's great. Great trailer.
So I just actually walked away to get all my Star Wars Black Friday stuff. We can talk about that after this. But yeah, so I was in Waco, Texas, at my grandparents' house, and I remember, I've been a huge Star Wars fan all my life, but then what actually really got me back into Star Wars was the Timothy Zahn series, the Thrawn trilogy. Yeah. And I really got back into those, reading those books, and I bought them used at this store called St. Charles. Great store. But ever since then, I've been like obsessed with Star Wars again. I used to love the prequels, now I love the sequels. But I was at my grandparents' house, and I remember hearing that it was going to come out at 9:30 Central Time. So I went to bed, set my alarm clock for 9:25. Me and my uncle sat there, kept refreshing my phone. He thought he saw this trailer, but it was really a fan made one from like a lot of shots from Ender's Game. And then we watched it. I wasn't like that impressed or anything. I went, okay, and then I watched it again, and I went, okay, and then watched it again about 20 more times. It was great. Just watching that makes me, wow, that was a year ago. It almost feels longer, but it doesn't feel that long. Both times.
Yeah.
But
I remember there was a rumor that it was going to show up during halftime or during the commercial break during the football game on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like glued to the TV all day Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time seeing Kylo Ren have that like triple bladed lightsaber. When
people were pissed off.
He like first it goes out, then the exhaust things come out, and I remember flipping out. Me and my brother like screamed at the top of our lungs when we first saw that.
I think I said, quote, "Oh shit." Yeah. What were you guys' thoughts on that? Negative or positive at first?
Oh, mine was positive the whole time.
Me too.
Yeah, I loved it. I just was freaking out. I remember there was a lot of people who complained about it.
A lot is an understatement. People hated it.
It was ridiculous. There was the people who were talking bad about like the lightsaber. I remember that there was one person who said that it was
probably
unrealistic, Brian. And you had to explain to them that Star Wars isn't realistic.
Yeah,
but
sorry, go ahead.
I didn't hear that. Any like real hate.
Okay, well, here, this is my impression.
It was those people that always complain about everything.
Yeah, it was John Campea, But this is my impression of like how everyone was like, "Oh my God, there's a guy in Star Wars with a crossblade lightsaber, and how is she not gonna cut his hand off? Like that is unrealistic. I don't know what's happening, dude. They're space wizards. Nothing applies. They can go into space and not implode. I mean, this is not our galaxy. I mean, it's if you're gonna take it for what it is, then the
Just
Force is
have fun.
midichlorians. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a cool variation. I mean, it's definitely different. I mean, I really like it now.
It looks good.
I actually got a chance to hold and use the Ultimate FX Kylo Ren lightsaber, the like $200 one. That thing's heavy. Like this is a very heavy weapon. It sounds really cool too. Like the first blade, you can hear it, and then so was it confirmed that the other two are exhaust ports?
I think so.
I think you're right, because I think like if you look at the saber really closely, there's like a ring of like metal that was kind of burned around it, as if like he tried to use it without the exhaust ports and it like burned through it. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I see that.
So yeah, what would our listeners give? What were you guys' first thoughts on this teaser trailer? Yeah, I mean, I loved it. It's definitely my least favorite, just because it didn't show anything really. I mean, like talk about a teaser. This showed.
It was
nothing.
very much a teaser.
It's when John Boyega first like jumped up, that scared the crap out of me, to be honest.
I know,
Me
same.
too.
I was like, oh. But yeah. So that's the very first Star Wars: The Force Awakens teaser trailer. Now let's talk about our Black Fridays. So Black Friday was, let's see, yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start, or
I did absolutely nothing.
Sorry.
So
did you? Really? Well, that's fun.
yeah, I stayed at home.
Hey. But so my Black Friday, that's what happened. I went to Target first. So I went to my grandparents' house about an hour away, drove back, and then I picked up my friend. It was snowing really bad, so we had to like drive slow. And I went to Target, and oh my gosh, there were so many carts full of TVs and stuff. And I mean, if you look at the normal eyes of a like someone on Black Friday, they go, okay, I'm going to the electronics, and then there's me. All right, did they restock on the Black Series toys? So I went all the way to the Star Wars section, nothing. But they had Funko Pops on sale for $9. I saw a Kylo Ren one. I went, Kylo Ren ones are probably gonna sell out around Christmas time, so I'm just gonna buy this one now, because my family told me not to buy any more Force Awakens ones, or any Star Wars Funko Pops, because they're going to give me them for Christmas. So I got that Kylo Ren Funko Pop. I went to the Blu-ray section, got Dawn of the Planet of the Apes $4, and Dark Knight Rises $4 each, which I was like, holy crap, those are steals. Two of my favorite movies. Even though I know a lot of people don't like Dark Knight Rises, I love it.
Yeah, same.
Then I went to this mall, this pretty big mall. It's probably one of the top 20 in the nation, the Flatirons Mall. I met Wiz Khalifa there once. But I went there, and I went to Champs, and I got some sweatpants. Buy one, get one free. Then I went to Hot Topic, and Hot Topic had a sale of Funko Pops, three for $25. And I went, that's a pretty good deal. So I got this Darth Vader Chrome Funko Pop, which is basically Darth Vader wearing Captain Phasma's armor, and it's really cool. I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter video with the Kylo Ren and Darth Vader. But
I don't know if I did.
it was
No, I
like
saw it.
it was like I will finish what you started, and it went from like Kylo Ren to Vader. But and then I got a First Order Flame Trooper, and then I got a mystery Funko Pop that turned out to be a black and white Superman. Then my last thing I did is I went to Walmart because my friend had to kill some time. So we went to Walmart. I never been to this Walmart. I went there when I was like 4. That's about it. I walked in. I went to the toy section, and I saw the most beautiful thing in the world. One Black Series Captain Phasma, and I went, oh my god, like those things are impossible to find. And I wasn't even planning on buying one because I think they're kind of expensive at $20. But I went, I have to have this. Even if I don't have enough money for it, I have to have this. I'll tell my mom I have to get gas or something, and she'll pay me, which she did. But yeah, so to recap, I got, for my Star Wars, I got Darth Vader vinyl, Hot Topic exclusive Funko Pop, Kylo Ren Funko Pop, First Order Flame Trooper, and Captain Phasma Black Series. And then,
Oh,
all right,
sweet.
Josh, I know you got a lot. Oh, and by the way, that was only all those and those 4 Blu-rays were only $60 total. So that was a steal.
I spent like $160.
Yeah, Josh, you.
I do this every year. I save up my money for Black Friday, and then I just spend like I save up a little bit, and I spend a little bit like for movies and stuff, and that's like the big time where I get movies and certain things.
It's pretty good deals, yeah, on movies on Blu-rays.
Yeah, Black Friday. I did a whole video on my channel for my Black Friday stuff. If you guys want to check that out, Grandma Josh, no spaces, but yeah. So I got what I got is the Universal Monsters collection. I got Entourage, San Andreas. What else? Kick-Ass 2. Trying to think. The Flash season 1. I got a lot more. Trying to think of. Oh, Inside Out.
I watched Inside Out for the first time last night.
Yeah, I watched it again last night. It's so good.
I didn't love it. As much as everyone else did. No.
I liked it, but when everyone said it's like this is like one of Pixar's greatest ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's I like it, but I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
like, it's no Toy Story.
I agree with you there.
I won't say it's better than Toy Story because the 3 Toy Story movies are 3 of my favorite movies of all time.
Yes,
But Inside Out is just amazing. I love Inside Out.
It's definitely better than the Cars movies.
I like Cars.
Yeah. I like
would
the first
put it
Cars.
I like the first Cars too, but I wouldn't put it in my top 5 Pixar movies.
No, I wouldn't either.
All right, so we should probably go back to Star Wars. But
Yeah, no, right.
yeah, so those are all our Black Fridays.
I got a few more things.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, I'll let you.
No, I
explain.
can't remember. What
Oh,
I
you
got.
can't. I know. Didn't you get a James Bond thing?
Oh yeah, I got 3. My James Bond movies are my set I have is it's scratched. The discs get scratched very easily because it's a box set I have.
Mm-hmm.
But because you have to put your finger under the disc to take it out, so it scratches really easily. So the ones that were scratched, I just bought them again because they were $2 at
nice.
Best Buy
Nice.
on Blu-ray. And then I got Assassin's Creed and Metal Gear Solid 5. Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of wraps up our Black Friday stuff. So now let's talk about some more of the movie news. I know we kind of went off topic for about 20 minutes, but who cares? What a time to be alive. So, first piece of news is Star Wars Force Awakens got an official rating. So, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, is officially the second film in the franchise to be rated at PG-13. FilmRatings.com released the official rating from the MPAA, confirming what most speculated when tickets went on sale that the film was rated PG-13 for sci-fi action violence. The only other Star Wars film to be rated PG-13 was 2005's Revenge of the Sith, aka The Disappointment. So, so this is rated PG-13. Did anyone think it wasn't going to be rated PG-13 here?
I thought it was going to be rated R.
I mean, NC-17.
Yeah, right.
Ooh.
X? What?
It surprises me that Attack of the Clones is not PG-13.
Nah, it
Because he
doesn't surprise
slices
me.
some people's head off.
Well, I mean, it's so violently hard to watch.
But
That's
there's
the whole
no blood
reason.
in it, so it doesn't count.
I mean, there was blood from my eyes after I watched it. Does that count?
I guess I just
no.
I always think when I think of PG, I guess and everything, I just always thought that the prequels were PG-13. I mean, I knew that the originals were not because they were made in the 80s, before PG-13 was a thing. Because PG didn't become a thing till Temple of Doom. So.
Oh,
but yeah, it's duh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's about it. Our next piece of news is J.J. Abrams confirmed, or I guess not even confirmed. He said that the very first word in the Force Awakens is this. Now I think I know what this is gonna be, how it's gonna be used and who's saying it. But I want to hear what you guys think. Who do you think is saying this, and how do you think it's being said?
I have no idea.
Ray
Ray?
says it, I guess.
I think it's BB-8. Just kidding.
BB-8.
I have
It'd be
no
hilarious
idea.
if it was BB-8, but no one could tell.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
Well, what's the first word in the other Star Wars movies?
Hold on, let me think about it. Dun, dun, dun.
I have no idea.
First word in A New Hope.
I never
is-
thought of it. Like, who says? What's the first word in those movies?
I don't know. Probably midichlorian.
I think
or-
C-3PO is the
something.
first one to talk in
New Hope,
New
yeah.
Hope.
Yeah. But what I think is happening, I think we have the Star Wars, The Force Awakens, we have the opening crawl, we see that shot of space, and then we see a black X-Wing fly by, and then we hear Poe say, "This is Poe Dameron, and Rogue 5 standing by," and, like, something happens in space, like, either he gets, because I think he's flying to Jakku. So I think he's gonna be the first one to talk in the movie, saying like, "This is Poe Dameron flying to Jakku, planet Insight out," or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I see that totally.
Yeah. Any other things about this?
No.
That is cool, I guess. The first word.
I mean, it's saying something without like giving anything away at the same time.
Yeah,
I feel like they gave away too much. Like, guys, chill.
That would be
Yeah,
bad.
no, this.
That was a joke.
the very first half an hour. Here is the whole dialogue, or something like that.
The
Um,
first word in Force Awakens, in Star Wars is "did."
Did
Ooh.
you see that, or something like that?
No, C-3PO says, "Did you hear that, R2? Did you hear that, R2?" That's
There
the
hasn't
first
been an awakening or two.
Have
Okay.
you felt it?
Have you felt it?
Beep
So
boop, beep boop.
the next
I
piece
knew
of
it.
news is during the American Music Awards, there was a new Force Awakens scene. So Josh, if you don't want to see it, close your ears. 1 second.
Alright.
We cannot run them!
We might! In that quad jumper!
We need a pilot!
We've got one!
You!
So this scene is pretty self-explanatory. It's Finn and Rey running towards a quote quad jumper. I think that's what she says. I've never really known quite fully what she says, but they're trying to escape the First Order. It looks like. Thoughts on this little 15-second clip?
It was cool.
Yeah.
You know, get something of the movie. That's not just a
I mean,
teaser
it's
trailer.
probably the most dull scene in the movie. Like not dull, but like least spoilerish, I guess.
Yeah.
So I think if they were gonna do one, I think this is a great one to do. Josh, have you seen this yet, or are you? Not?
Yeah, I saw it. It doesn't really reveal. It's nothing. It like doesn't show us anything. It's just like it's a scene we've seen many times in a trailer.
Yeah.
Just this time with dialogue.
It's nothing like like the first look at Snoke or something.
Oh my gosh. Even
Like,
even I
it's not that.
probably wouldn't see that, and I'm like Christian Harloff. Like I watch everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it for that clip. So the next thing is, we have a new picture of Entertainment Weekly. I don't know if you guys saw this picture. I don't think it copied and pasted in the show notes, but it's just a picture of Phasma, holding a gun. We see her right side of her body. It's nothing really that cool. It looks like she's on Jakku. I mean, if you guys have seen it, any other thoughts that I'm missing or something?
I
Yeah, it
haven't
looks
seen
cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw it.
Oh, you haven't?
I'm pretty sure I haven't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
I'll try to look it up and tell you guys after. Tell you guys in a few.
okay. So our next topic is IGN revealed some new Force Awakens retro posters, which are pretty cool. And then if you guys don't know what I mean, it when Star Wars A New Hope came out, or just Star Wars as it was called, they had some posters that were promoting the movie, and they put the Force Awakens posters in that theme. So the first one just says, quote, "The Force is calling you, just let it in. Star Wars The Force Awakens." It's in black and white. Second one, which is probably the most A New Hope feeling, says, "Coming to your galaxy this winter. Star Wars The Force Awakens." The last one just says, "A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars The Force Awakens." Tanner, have you seen these?
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
Josh, have you seen these?
Yeah, I saw those. I like what they looked like. I I like the posters. I mean, I kind of wish, like, when I heard new retro posters, I thought they would actually have pictures, like, not just words on
Jordan retros, yeah.
them. Like, they're cool, but I kind of wanted, like, a new poster, like a picture or something. But
They bring nostalgia, which is cool, but
Yeah.
yeah,
just for the
exactly.
posters,
I mean, I thought they were
Boards.
fan edits at first.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell us what you guys think, people who are listening, all three of you. But so our next little piece of news is from Variety, and it's saying Star Wars: The Force Awakens is heading to a 70 million plus opening weekend. Saying, quote, rival executives privately predict that this film will hit or exceed 200 million as it is poised to hit a new record for a domestic debut. They note, however, that with a film like The Force Awakens that has nearly universal awareness attached to it, it can be difficult to accurately gauge where the final box office numbers will land. The strength of Star Wars franchise is its appeal to all generations. It's certainly shaping up for what is referred to by movie studios as fourth quadrant hit, meaning a picture that appeals to all demographic groups. Tracking suggests that interest in the film is nearly evenly split between men and women, which is awesome, and also appears to be a popular choice with both adults and children. So, I mean, us being Star Wars fans, we all want to say, yeah, Star Wars: The Force Awakens opening weekend has been maybe three trillion-ish. You guys agree? But I mean, that's not realistic. So I mean, I don't care how much it makes opening weekend because I'm gonna be half of those sales. I already bought 3 different showings, tickets at 3 showings. But yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I definitely think it's gonna make a ton of money. I don't know. I mean, I think it'll at least make 170. I agree.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
at least.
Yeah, I have no idea. I do think it'll be because, like they said, everyone, all demographics are looking forward to this movie. People who don't like Star Wars are still looking forward to this movie. So
Exactly.
it'll make so much money.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's getting 205. 205 million.
205.
205 million is what I'm.
That
Like,
doesn't. That's
I
not
think
straight.
170 at least, but I think it'll definitely be more.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't be
I mean, it's already
surprised if
made
it's
50
like.
million on pre-sales. Oh,
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets up in the 200s. Like, There's no way it'll make like 300. I don't think. But
Yeah.
yeah, I can see that.
Where
But
are
the
you guys
200s
seeing the Force Awakens?
I think it's
what am I
being.
seeing?
Yeah, where are you seeing it?
Oh,
Like,
in my
are you-
city.
Are you seeing it with a bunch of friends? Like, what time channel are you?
No,
seeing it?
I'm seeing the first time I'm seeing it that I got tickets was I'm seeing it with my mom and my brother, and
Oh yeah, I think we talked about this.
at 7:30 on Saturday.
Oh, you're waiting till Saturday?
No, Friday.
Oh,
Friday.
okay.
Opening day, not like some people got the early ones for Thursday. I didn't get that.
I got that.
I got Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then Josh, I think we talked about when you're seeing it.
Oh yeah, we've definitely talked about when I'm seeing. I'm seeing it 7:30 Thursday
Same.
night. But I didn't reserve the seats. I didn't get. It wasn't a theater that I could reserve seats, so I'm gonna be at the theater at like 4:30.
Oh, dude, get there earlier than that. Get there like at noon.
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Leave
seriously.
school
No, I'm
early.
not kidding. Yeah. Okay.
Get there at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
Here for Star Wars.
I mean, if I didn't have finals, I would. So our next piece of news. So planet names were revealed by Empire Magazine, the best name for a Star Wars magazine. So joining Tatooine,
Exactly.
Endor, Naboo, and the already revealed desert planet of Jakku are Takodana, Dakar. All right, guys, don't yell at me if I don't pronounce these right. Hosanian Prime. Little is known about the mysterious orbs. Takodana will, if Lego's tie-in kits are to be believed, be the site of the major battle in the movie, while rumors have Dakar as a resistant base. Hosanian Prime? Well, that's a mystery to all. Also, out there, lurking in the galaxy's darker recesses, is a Starkiller base, home of the First Order. The mapping pinpoints its point of origin to the unknown regions. Expect it to move somewhere more happening. I saw somewhere that it was a planet named started with S. I don't know if I don't remember what it was though. But yeah, any thoughts on this?
I love that it's still called Starkiller Base.
That's such a
every
Star
time-
Wars name.
Every time I hear Starkiller, I'm like, oh, that's great. Like, especially for the people that played Force Unleashed.
Well, not even that. I mean, it's about Luke's first name.
Yeah, Luke Starkiller.
Well, yeah, it was Luke's
I mean,
original.
that's what I associated with. I don't associate it with.
See,
the
I first
character.
thought about the character Starkiller, but
Yeah, exactly.
but I knew about like Luke's original name, but I always associated Starkiller with that.
I
Character.
do too. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I'm the
played Force
opposite.
Unleashed, and it's great.
Yeah. So our next piece of news, Mads Mikkelsen talked about Rogue One, his Rogue One character with IGN. So IGN said, I know better than to try to get anything out of you plot-wise about Rogue One, but the minimal imagery we've seen from Rogue One looks a bit different from what we traditionally think of for Star Wars. Does it seem like they're going in a bit of a different direction as far as tone? Mikkelsen replied, I believe that is true to a degree. It's still the Star Wars universe, but there might be a personal take on that from Gareth Edwards as well. And it should be like that, right? And tomorrow you'll find me dead in a river somewhere because I said that. IGN laughs, haha. It is strange and surreal to realize that you're in Star Wars, given that how big it is. Mikkelsen replied, It is a big thing, but I was also Hannibal, and so was Bond. Or sorry, I keep messing this up. It is a big thing, but so was Hannibal, and so was Bond. The thing is, we don't go to change the thing about it. We address it as a job. We focus on the character and start working. We also are aware that it is a Star Wars universe, so we are aware, but hat we can't wear all the time. We have to focus on each individual scene. I think it is one of these things that will dawn on you later, and when you actually see the film, in the midst of it, it's a different thing. Anything else? You guys want to... Sorry.
Mads is great. Mads Mikkelsen is great.
He speaks weird. That was kind of hard to read.
Yeah, he does speak weird, but he's such a good actor. Like, every time I see him in something, I still haven't watched Hannibal, but I really want to watch Hannibal. Even though it got canceled, I still really want to watch Hannibal. He just looks perfect to play Hannibal Lecter, like, just from, like, how I see him act. I've seen Casino Royale, I've seen tons of times, and he is amazing as Lachief, like, one of the best Bond villains. And so I'm so happy he's going to be in the Star Wars universe. He's one of those characters one of those actors, I mean, that I've just wanted to see in a Star Wars movie. Since the first time I saw Casino Royale, I'm like, that guy should be in Star Wars. Or that guy should just do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a great actor, but he's also not one of those like a Tom Cruise or a Brad Pitt where
Exactly,
he takes you out of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he's great.
His character's name is Galen, I think. Am I correct?
Yes, that is his name. Which is also like Galen Merrick from The Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about it for that. Our next piece of news is like a lot of news. It's from Empire Magazine. They're just coming out with everything. So we're probably going to talk about this for 20-ish minutes. So buckle up because we're going into hyperspace. So when talking about what the Force is in The Force Awakens, Kathleen Kennedy said, if filming started with the light side, filming in Abu Dhabi, and ended with the dark, at 21:30 on November 6, 2014, at Pinewood on S stage, The Force Awakens wrapped with Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren unleashing a Force back. Don't run to Wikipedia. A Force back is a term used by the crew to describe what exactly? Well, let's just have that dangle, shall we? Kennedy said. So do you guys want to like talk about each article and then like talk about this and then talk about the lightsaber battle, or do you want to just read it all?
I think we should.
Okay. All right. So this is a lot. This is more than I thought Kathleen Kennedy would say. It ended filming with the Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren.
How about if the last shot of the movie is that scene in the rain that we see of Kylo and the Knights of Ren behind him?
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you just hear that music in the background, like dun, like the music from the trailer, and then that's just where it ends.
Yeah. How about you,
Like,
Tanner?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's She gave away a lot, which was cool. Well, a lot more than you think she would. It's all, yeah, man, it's all cool. And that about the Knights of Ren being the last thing, maybe that shot in the rain when they're all together could be toward the very, very end. I didn't think that at first, but I mean,
I didn't either.
But sometimes they shoot out of order, so you never know.
Yeah, a lot of movies shoot out of order, so that could be something too. Like they could have, like for all we know, they could have shot the first shot of the whole movie last. Like,
Yeah.
That's just how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all scheduling. Like when a person's available is when they do it.
Yeah. So next is the lightsaber battles in The Force Awakens. For Abrams, the lightsaber battles in Episode 1 were, quote, increasingly spectacular and stylized, almost like dance choreography. So when he came to stage Runaway Stormtroopers Finn versus baddie Kylo Ren in the snowy forest, he went back to the source. Quote, when you look at sorry guys, I can't read today. When you look at Star Wars and Empire, they are very different lightsaber battles, but for me, they felt more powerful because they were not quite as slick. I was hoping for something much more primitive, aggressive and rougher, a throwback to the kind of heart-stopping lightsaber fights I remember being so enthralled by as a kid. Yeah, this is awesome. JJ said that because while the prequels lightsaber battles were cool, they were too choreographed. And then, personally for me, I like say the lightsaber battles in like Empire more than anything in Episode 3, just because while they weren't as physically good, I guess, at that, or visually nice, you know, there's more at stake for each swipe of the blade, and that meant a lot more to me. So I think it's cool that J.J. Abrams is kind of taking the more advanced lightsaber approach from the prequels and adding the drama behind the original trilogy. Thoughts?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and like with the prequels, I think what Lucas wanted to do was show the Jedi at their height when they were at their best. So that's why I think they were such like complicated and choreographed battles. But I agree, like the Empire one with Luke and Vader, my favorite scene ever. Like that battle was great, and I think that there could be a nice middle where they're definitely better than the Obi-Wan and Vader from New Hope.
Oh, that was bad.
Yeah, but I agree. I think he's got it right. You know, they definitely need to be more meaningful than flashy. You add some flash to it, you know, but not quite as much as the prequels did. You know, sometimes the prequels it just was like a dance number.
Yeah, they need to be a good mix of both. Like what I think is what they should do, and what sounds like they're doing, is just mix it. Like have the emotion like the original trilogy did with the stylized as the prequels did, because the lightsaber battles in the prequels look stunning. They're amazing, but the emotion isn't always there. That's the only thing.
What's your guys' favorite lightsaber battle in the whole saga?
Luke versus Vader.
Yeah, in Empire. That's my favorite scene in a movie ever.
See, mine's Luke versus Vader and Jedi. It's my favorite.
That one is number 2 for me.
Josh, what's yours?
That's a great one too.
Josh, what's your favorite one?
Luke versus Vader, Empire.
In Empire? Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love Luke's raw emotion in Jedi. You know, like
they're both so great.
And that throne music, damn, is that sexy. So yeah, I'm only on like page 3 of like 6 pages for all these interviews, so we got a lot more stuff to go to. It's gonna be a long show today. So our next thing, so some things that didn't make the last trailer. One is Lupita Nyong'o's pirate queen Maz Kanata. She has been a smuggler for a long time and has been running this waterhole for 1,000 years. She's sort of a barkeep. You go for help, says Abrams. Kanata's castle, also glimpsed in the trailer, is festooned with flags and a chart of the Star Wars history and tribes and factions. 2, Andy Serkis' big bad Supreme Leader Snoke. I will say this one spoilery thing. He was critical in the seduction of Ren to the dark side. He is hugely important in that. He is a hugely important part of the story and will continue to be. 3, and of course, Luke Skywalker, the no-show poster boy of The Force Awakens. I love that everyone cares, Abrams said, about the Jedi's absence. It it was always a thought to keep our powder dry, but it wasn't to make people crazy. We did it because it's appropriate for the story. What are you guys' thoughts on these 3 points being a little left out of the trailers?
I think Kanata's interesting because apparently she's like been living for hundreds of years,
1,000 years.
So yeah, so that's cool. You know, she's seen a lot of stuff. It was cool seeing that Snoke is kind of the Palpatine to Kylo's Anakin. You know, seducing him into the dark side, and then Luke, he's nowhere to be found, which is good.
Yeah, Josh.
Yeah, exactly the same thing. Same thing. Love the comments. Didn't we see Maz Kanata? Kanata, I said it right?
Yeah.
That was right. Okay, yeah, Maz Kanata. Didn't we see her in like a TV spot or something? Because I saw
we saw
like,
her
an
in
image.
one Disney Channel thing. She was orange.
Okay, and then like, so yeah, we've kind of seen her, but like not in the actual trailer. But yeah, I love the comments. I love the comments. I love everything they're saying. Like they know how to speak. Like I feel like they all took a class on how to do interviews or something.
Well, I mean, they
without
probably
giving
did.
anything away. Because they're saying so much without giving anything away.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like J.J. Abrams is very cognizant of what the fans are saying, because you know he is a fan, and he's very aware of what
he's doing better
putting in his
now than he did on Star Trek.
Yeah, and he's very aware of what he's saying and the impact that every little vowel he has in a sentence is going to have. People are going to dissect it, like you know those droids tried to dissect Anakin after Obi-Wan sliced him, but. Yeah, so, I mean, those comments are pretty cool. We did hear that Snoke had a pivotal role in seducing Kylo Ren to the dark side, which is cool. I guess he just said Ren, so I guess that doesn't technically mean it's Kylo Ren, but maybe it probably does. So our next little piece is Mark Hamill on Luke. Rest assured, Luke will appear in The Force Awakens, although it's a fair bet that he won't quite be the innocent farm boy that we met back in A New Hope. Quote, obviously you're seeing him in a very different type of his life, says Hamill. There's a lot of surprises in this movie. You're going to love it. If Scuttlebuffs is to be believed, much of The Force Awakens will concern the search for the reclusive Luke, and there's a pivotal theory. Alright, I'm not reading any more into this. But, let's see, any other quotes? He said, quote, it reminded me of when I was on Tunisia on the salt flats. If you could get into your own mind and shut out the crew and look at the horizon, you really felt like you were in a galaxy far, far away. It had the same wave of emotion happen to me when I was on Sailing Michael Island. I wasn't anticipating that. Yeah, so that's, let's see. Expect Luke's seclusion to end at some point, and for the original trilogy trio, Luke, Han, and Leia to be reunited. Because another thing Hamill says he, quote, could never have anticipated was working with Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher again. So I don't want to say any more of the spoilers things that were in that interview, but just the fact that you know Mark Hamill is pretty happy and pretty thankful to be in Force Awakens is pretty nice to see. I mean, this is probably the most fan anticipation he's ever had around him. You know, people ask him where's Luke, and he was like, "Oh, I'll be shot if I have to say." You know, so I mean, thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's great finally hearing him talk. It's great that he says being on Scaling Michael Island is a lot like being in Tunisia. That's great. Yeah, it'll be a different Luke. That's a given. Yeah, I liked all of it. It's all pretty good stuff.
Josh.
Oh yeah, it's great. These comments are great. Yeah, I love what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, you guys basically said all of it.
He's gonna be so cool. He's got to be so cool in this movie.
Yeah, I can't wait. He's gonna be a badass.
And just like I love how like he did Star Wars, like the original trilogy. Then he did animated stuff for years. He went to content, and he, you know, just doing his thing. You know, making other iconic characters in the Joker and stuff, but not really doing a lot of live action stuff,
Trickster.
like just sticking behind the mic and animated stuff. And just 30 years later, they're like, "Hey, you want to do Star Wars again?" And then he's back in the spotlight again. It's crazy.
He's got a huge fan base. Like Mark Hamill's in my favorite movie, my favorite game, and my favorite TV series.
Same.
Flash, yeah, That's kind of The Arkham Knight's like the Arkham series is like my second favorite series.
Like because of just his voice acting. Like my favorite movie is
Star
my
Wars.
favorite movie is Star Wars, of course, is Empire Strikes Back, and then my favorite TV show is Avatar: Last Airbender, which he played Fire Lord Ozai, and then my favorite game is Batman: Arkham City.
My favorite
Which
TV
of
show is
course
Flash.
Joker.
I love Flash
Which is
so much.
crazy because he's in your favorite show, and he's in my favorite show of all time, which is Batman the Animated Series.
And
So
Batman
I
the
love
Animated Series
so
is my
many.
second.
he's in
He's
one
in
of
so
my
many iconic.
He's in one of my
things.
favorite shows ever, Flash, too.
Yeah, the Flash
Trickster.
is great on, and he needs to be back soon.
Well, he's
He's gonna be
He's
in
in so
my,
many iconic.
he's in one of my
things.
favorite shows ever, Flash, too.
Yeah, the Flash
Trickster.
is great on, and he needs to be back soon.
Well,
He's gonna be back.
is.
They
He
already
is in
announced
season
that.
2.
Yeah.
He said his episode's coming around in December, I think.
Fitting.
How fanboyed did you guys get when he was talking to that kid going, "No, I am your father"? How freaking cool was that?
He's like, you
I
know
was
why
like-
I called you? Because I am your father. It's like
That-
I was getting chills. So
That
I
was,
was
that,
like,
was
oh my
like,
god.
that was like the coolest thing. I'm straight up. That was like the coolest thing I've ever seen on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I
when
loved
Flash does
that. That was-
They
I
do
did
that,
not-
like, in-
I did not tell my brother Mark Hamill was going to be in that episode, and I just when that first scene you see him when he's in jail, my brother flipped out. It was amazing.
Yeah, Mark Hamill's
that
awesome.
one part when he's like, "I am your father." It's like, oh my god, he said it. It's like that's awesome.
I can just see Cisco like looking like, "You look familiar," or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like there's that one part in Flash where Cisco's like, what he was wearing like a shirt or something. It was
A
like
Han shot first shirt.
Yeah, Han shot first.
Cisco's my favorite character. He's awesome.
He's so cool.
Besides Barry. Yeah, but moving back from Flash, we should have like a Flash recap show.
Yeah, right.
I
would
do
you like-
on my podcast, which you can check out every Sunday.
Yeah.
Plug.
So I'm only going to talk about 2 more little clips from this article because I don't want to talk about anything else. Simon Pegg kind of dropped the bomb on something, but so Adam Driver speaking about Kylo Ren, he said, so screenwriter Lawrence Kasdan says, quote, "There's never been a character more quite like the one that Adam plays. Most people describe Kylo Ren as the movie's villain, but Driver thinks that the really worrying bad guys are the ones who believe that they're good. Beware the religious fanatic. When they think that their actions are morally justified, it makes them dangerous and unpredictable. There's no level that they won't go to accomplish what they're after. I never thought of the character as an evil person." And then he talks about seeing the Force Awakens, saying, so Adam Driver might not be the only Star Wars fan in the world, but who isn't planning on seeing the guys, I can't read today. Adam Driver might be the only Star Wars fan in the world who isn't planning on seeing The Force Awakens. It's not that he doesn't think it will be good. It's just that he doesn't want to see himself in it. The last time he tried was with the Coen brothers inside Llewyn Davis in 2013. I was like, oh my god, it's bad. He says, I can't help but see things I wanted to do differently. I wasn't there. It's good enough for me. So might he make an exception for the most anticipated film of the year? He laughs awkwardly. I would like to, yeah, but I'm still debating it. Eventually, I have to watch something. So then the last thing, Harrison Ford was talking, and he said, someone asked him, will you be back for episode 8? And then he said, and I mean, you can basically imagine him saying this, you can't ask that. And then when someone said, do you mean that you can't answer it? And then he went, no, you can't ask it. We've already established that we both think it's best to allow the audience to experience the story rather than to be told in advance. It doesn't serve the audience to me to answer direct questions about the outcomes. Have you seen the finished film yet? I've seen it in good bit, yeah, in various stages. And, quote, it's going to be a great ride. So that's going to end where I'm going to, this whole Empire magazine extravaganza. What do you guys think about everything I just said? So, Kylo Ren and Han Solo, Adam Driver and Harrison Ford speaking about their characters respectively.
It's great hearing Adam Driver finally talk about at least something. And when Kasdan talking about Kylo Ren, how he's not really a villain because he believes what he's doing is good. I think that's great. It's going to be so great seeing him. And yeah, and then I love Harrison Ford. Just you can't ask that. I thought that's hilarious.
I can just
Which
hear
is
him
great. I'm
saying
glad he
that.
didn't say anything.
I don't know why. I can just hear him saying that. Harrison Ford. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Josh?
I could see him doing that too. He's great. Like Harrison Ford is just he's great. He seems like how do I explain? Like he seems like it's a new Harrison Ford. Like he seems like he's been that grumpy old man for so long.
Yeah.
Now he just seems like so lighthearted and happy. And it's like it makes you smile. It's like now he's happy again.
Mm-hmm.
Like in interviews, he seems like how he's just saying this stuff seems like he's not saying it like this grumpy old man. Like I don't want to talk about Star Wars. I did other movies. Now he's talking like, oh, I love Star Wars, and it's like, yeah, finally.
hell yeah. I mean, he finally reconciled with Chewie for sleeping with his wife. So, Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
Oh, that was great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was hilarious.
So yeah,
It was
that's gonna wrap up basically all of our news. In other news, I just found my Funko Pop box for my C-3PO Funko Pop. I thought I threw it away, but now I just found it, so I'm gonna put it back in the box. But I don't know why I just said that. But so yeah, now let's talk about some Star Wars Rebels, right? What was this episode called?
It was called Stealth Strike.
Stealth what?
Stealth Strike.
Stealth Strike. Okay, so what? Sorry for not knowing, but what episode was this? Like what?
It was episode 7.
Episode 7?
If you're, I don't count Siege of Lothal as the first episode of season 2, so it's episode 7.
Yeah. So episode 7, Stealth Strike. What did you guys think of this episode?
I thought it was. I loved the episode. I thought it was a really good episode. I don't think it's the best of the season still, but I think it's a very, very good episode. I really liked it. I love seeing Kanan and Rex dressed up in stormtrooper armor and stuff like that, and just Rex's jokes on the stormtrooper armor, the clone armor wasn't this bad, or like it didn't fit him, just all those things. And the best part of the whole episode that I had to pause it because I couldn't stop laughing was when Ezra shot them both with the stunner and Chopper's just cracking up, and they wake up and Ezra's like. And Kanan's like, what happened? And Ezra's like, there was so many of them. We took them out. We got all the stormtroopers, but they knocked you guys out. And Chopper just plays the video of him shooting them.
Yeah, like over and over.
Yeah, and he's like, you shot me? And Rex was like, good job. He's like, what are you saying that for? That was great.
Yeah, I mean, he should have shot him.
Yeah, exactly.
Ezra shot first, guys. You heard it here. Okay, how about you, Tanner? How'd you?
Yeah, I really liked this. One of my favorite ones of the season. There's a lot of action in it, and I'm glad they incorporated more Kanan, because I think Kanan's been missing a lot from this season. And I liked his arc with Rex. He seems to trust Rex a little bit more now, and Rex looks like Santa. So
Santa, that's true. I haven't seen that before. Yeah, this episode was really cool. Nothing has been as good as Siege of Lothal for me, and I'm kind of waiting for it to be, because I love the Force, and I love Vader, and I love Ahsoka. I don't love Ahsoka, I just think she's cool. And I love lightsabers, and I want more freaking lightsaber fights.
This week's going to be good. This week's episode's going to be very good.
Ahsoka.
Did you guys watch the preview?
Yeah, with Ahsoka coming back.
Yeah, the preview showed Ahsoka fighting the seventh sister and fifth brother. Like, they showed that in the trailer. That exact scene in the trailer. I was like, I couldn't wait for that episode, and we're getting it this early. I didn't think it would be. I thought it would be the mid-season finale. We would get that episode, but I guess not. Or maybe it is the mid-season finale. I'll be annoyed if it is. I don't want it to end.
Yeah.
I hate mid-seasons.
Agreed.
We have to wait like 2 months for shows to come back.
Oh, I know. And Rebels did it terribly last year.
Yeah.
So,
but they came back strong.
Agreed. So what would you guys give this episode out of 10?
8, probably.
Yeah, I would go 8 too.
And where do you? I would go 8 or like 7.5, just to vary it up. What would you like to see from the story moving forward this season?
Ahsoka and Vader's story. I want to see more, and more of Kanan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the progression of Ezra as a Jedi, and I want to see more. I want to see more Ahsoka. It's more Ahsoka. It's like they introduced her and they barely have showed her since we haven't seen her since like the first episode. I think we saw her like no, that second episode was the last time we saw her, but we're on episode 7 now. And we still haven't seen her again. So when are we gonna see more Ahsoka? That's what I wanna see, and I'm glad we're finally getting it. And the lightsaber fight, like we'll see the progression of her, her getting better, because we haven't seen her duel since the end of season 5 of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
I just want to see Vader and Ahsoka battle, and I want to see Ezra turn the dark side, and I want to see.
Yeah, no, I'm just waiting for that kid to go bad.
And I want to see.
I don't think the Ezra going to dark side will happen.
And I want to see my whole dark side theory happen, and me call it first, but that won't happen. But yeah. Yeah. So that's about it. Any other movie news you guys want to talk to before we speculate about Poe?
I don't think there is anymore.
No, I don't think there was.
All right. So. Yeah, now, like I said, at the end of each show leading up to The Force Awakens, we have done a character speculation, kind of, just our thoughts without reading any spoilers about what the character is going to do, what the role in the movie is, and how they got there. So, we started out with we started out with Rey, then we went to Han, then we went to Finn, then we went to Kylo Ren last week. So, this week, we're going to do the one and only Poe Dameron. They haven't shown Poe in a lot of stuff. We've only seen him basically... Yeah, we've only seen two shots of him not in his X-Wing. One where he, like, looks at Finn, and then one where he's, like, in, like, a control room with Leia. What do you guys... How do you guys think he became a Resistance pilot? That's the first question.
I mean, his parents were a part of the Rebels, so probably followed them.
From Shattered Empire, they were part of the Resistance, like you said. So we'll see him join through there from his parents, or maybe they get. I don't think we'll see his parents in the movie, so I'm gonna assume they're dead. Like something happened, they died.
Yeah.
If that's just what I'm gonna say. That's what I think. I don't think they'll be there. And I think what's gonna happen is like Leia took Poe Dameron up, brought him up.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think he could be like an orphan, like maybe his parents died in something. I don't know. That's just
something like that. Like maybe when he was 5 or 6, he knew what they did, and he always kind of like Luke, where he was like, "I want to be a Jedi for my father before me."
Yeah.
Something like that.
Whoa. Yeah. So, I think Poe, when we saw his parents in Shattered Empire, Luke gave him a freaking force tree. It was the stupidest, most disappointing comic I've ever read in my life.
It was
Shattered Empire?
Yeah.
I like Shattered Empire.
It's
for
so
me,
damn disappointing.
Freaking Chewbacca one pisses me off.
I hated 4 of Shattered Empire.
Yeah, me too. The Chewbacca comic had a good issue 1. Ow, I just hurt my foot.
Freaking Chewbacca. Why does he need a comic book?
You know why?
So stupid to me.
Money.
Because money, but
because people like me will buy them all.
I just want the C-3PO Red Arm comic.
Yeah.
People like me are just gonna buy all the comics, and yeah.
Hey, do you guys know when that C-3PO Red Arm comic is coming out?
I have no idea.
I'll look it up. It always said before December 18th is what it's been saying. So
here, I'm
the next 3 weeks.
I'm looking it up now. Let's see, release date.
Right now it says February.
No.
Oh.
No. That's not...
right here, February 24th, 2016.
Okay, well that's BS. There's no way that, why would it come out in February?
It was supposed to be before December 18th, is what it always said, but I guess now they pushed it.
Where, Josh, where are you reading this?
I was on the Star Wars wiki.
Damn it.
Because that's the only one that actually published, that posted anything about it. No one else has posted about it.
That pisses me off, because I really wanted to read it. But, I don't even know what I was talking about. But, yeah, Poe Dameron. What do we think his role is going to be in The Force Awakens?
I think his role will be one of those. He'll be the trying to think who who could I like Wedge? Maybe not Wedge, but like more important. Like I think he'll be the right hand man to like kind of like Leia, like the kind of Leia's most trusted person, or like not like the most trusted fighter. Like what are they called? Red leaders? Are they still called red leaders or
I don't know.
Maybe.
whatever? Like
Rogue.
most trusted one of those like is probably like her, like one of her most trusted like leaders, or he's very high up in the resistance helping out, and so he trusts her to go on a mission. That's just what I'm assuming, and he finds Rey and Finn and kind of goes with them, or is trying to stop the Empire. Like, because we haven't seen in any of the previews, I don't think we've seen them all together. We've just seen Finn and Poe have that like little exchange, but that's it.
Mhm.
So, but we all know Poe gets captured. We
Yeah.
know from that behind the scenes thing, is he's wherever they are, on a Star Destroyer, Star Killer base. I don't know.
I think there's a chance Poe is bad.
What'd you say?
I think there's a chance Poe is not is like a double agent.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, anything else you guys want to talk about Poe?
No, I can't think of it. Can't think of anything. I think it'll be more of he's gonna be that one character that he'll be that one character we see him a lot, but I think we'll get more of him in comics or other stuff. I don't think we'll see him as much as we feel like we're gonna see him in the movie.
Yeah. Anything else, Tanner? Tanner? Alright, I don't know where Tanner went. But, yeah, I mean, right now we are 19, at least for me, I'm 19 days, 7 hours, 32 minutes away from The Force Awakens.
Can't
So
believe it.
that's pretty damn awesome. So, with that, we're going to sign out. May the Force be with you all, always.